I'd like to show you how the Jade Robot and Scratch can be used to illustrate how multiplication works. Multiplication is the operation in which two values, the multiplicand and the multiplier, are used to create a product. The product is a result of adding the multiplicand to itself the multiplier number of times. To program this, we can first set the product to 0 and in a loop add the multiplicand to it. To start off the program, I'm going to define the variables that are going to be used. To make things clearer, I'll name the variables product, multiplicand, and multiplier. After defining the variables, I'm going to load them with their initial values. Product will be initialized to 0, while the multiplicand and multiplier will be loaded with 5 and 4. I will need a counter variable to keep track of how many times the multiplicand has been added to the product. A repeat until will execute while counter is less than multiplier. Each time inside the repeat until, counter is incremented by 1, keeping track of how many times multiplicand has been added to product. With the repeat loop executing multiplier number of times, product has multiplicand added to it. That's all there is to doing multiplication by repeated addition on the Jade Robot. To check our results, I'm going to display them on the Jade Robot's OLED. Rather than putting the multiplicand and multiplier values into the draw blocks, I'm going to use the variables so that if you run the program again with different values, they'll be displayed automatically. With the program complete, now it is time to run it. I've added a view of the Jade Robot's OLED, and you can see the results come up when I run the program. But I'm not going to stop here. The ability to single step through a Scratch program and look at the contents of variables is something that sets the Jade Robot and Jade support apart. When I reset the program, you can see that the first block in the program is highlighted. As I single step through the program, you can see the highlighted block changing, and I can go further by bringing up the variable window, giving me a more complete view of how things are working in the program. As I single step through the loop, you can see the product and counter variables increase. Now it's your turn. Try the program with different multiplicand and multiplier values. You'll find that this is not the best way to implement multiplication. In our materials, we have better and faster ways of doing this. Have fun!